everybody, this is Sean and you're watching On The Fly. And there's two types of animals in my life. Well, I ain't gonna say in my life because that would be crazy, but it's two types of animals that I would not fool with. Number two being raccoons. I have a lot of history with raccoons. I'll explain that in a whole nother story. I got about 4 encounters with raccoons, and that's what makes me hate them until the end of time. I'll explain it in another time. And then we got number 1, bears. I understand that nature is supposed to do its thing, but I really honestly don't understand why bears are needed. There's no reason for bears to be a part of our ecosystem, so to speak. You know, bears don't do anything that I know of but kill and kill. I know if I ever come across a bear, it would never happen because I'm never going to come across a bear. If there's something like Bear County, I won't be there, you know. And I know that they say, oh, well, you know, if you just use bear spray, bull crap. But you know what? I won't ever have to use it because I'll never be around a bear. I know I did want to plan a trip to, I think it was Tennessee, like the Smoky Mountains, until I found out there are black bears that roams around there. At one point in time in my life, I wanted to live in Alaska until I spoke with somebody on the phone, and she lived in Alaska. And I asked her how her day was, and she said, oh, nothing, just watching bears on my front porch. On your front porch? Ain't no way. There's absolutely no way. I mean, you could literally be sitting on your front yard and a bear can just come up. That's basically what she said. And she says it happens all the time. I don't have time for that. You know, what I look like, me being black from the city, and I'm encountering a bear. You know, bears can, you know, get up to like, what, 7, 8, 9 feet when they stand up on their hind legs. I ain't got time for none of that. You know, polar bears, they just vicious. Grizzly bears, I mean, the name says it all. Grizzly bears. Then you got black bears, you know what I'm saying? They're probably the smallest out of all of them, but they'll still tear you to pieces. You got koala bears. I don't know if they will do anything, but I'm pretty sure they could if they wanted to. But even though I don't fool with bears, I've always been fascinated by watching little stories and watching, you know, all types of animal attack videos. And bears always seem to come up as number 1 on my list. So I guess we're going to watch a channel, Claws, which is one of my favorite channels. This is going to be 4 bear encounters that will give you anxiety. It's way beyond anxiety when it comes to me and bears and stuff. And then, have you ever seen them without hair? They look even more vicious. So please tell me, why is bears needed? Anyways, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and get to the video, see what's to it.
Number 1. While preparing for an overnight on top of a mountain in Swedish Lapland,
does he have a gun? It does not look like it.
Husky feared for their lives when they encountered a very young and curious bear. Here, Vahid seems to be enjoying the stunning view.
And then he by himself.
Riley, his dog, spots something unknown moving in the tree line down below.
Look, he didn't go to his bag.
It proceeds to tie Riley to a leash to prevent her from running after the potentially dangerous animal.
There better be some hell of a hatchets or blades or something like that, because ain't no way I'm going out in the wilderness knowing there are bears without a gun. Like, I need a shotgun. I don't need no pistol. I don't need no shit that's gonna bounce off. I need a shotgun that's gonna blow a hole in his ass.
After getting a closer look, Vahid confirms that what Riley spotted is, in fact, a bear, and tries to get a clean shot of the beast with his camera.
That's when you're supposed to exit stage left. But that's all right, though. That's how y'all be getting chewed up. You just think it's so fascinating.
There are some birds in distress over there. I just saw an animal move.
A few stressful minutes later, the camera finally catches the bear, unfortunately moving towards the mountain on which the unarmed man and his dog are currently settled.
I think they could smell like 5 miles away. There'd probably be more than that, but they could smell. They sense the smelling is just
trying to make his presence known. Vahid repeatedly screams at the beast. This only seems to make the animal more curious as it then begins rushing towards the noise and eventually reaches the bottom of the mountain.
It's coming here.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy.
Don't come here.
Ain't no way.
Nej. Nej. Kom inte hit. Kom inte hit.
Look, he on his way up.
Nej, 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 nej.
Out of pure self-defense.
That sounds a little racist. What he's saying? What is he saying? That sounds a little racist.
The largest rocks he can find down the hill in order to, at the very least, scare the dangerous beast away.
Nej, 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 nej. Nej, nej. Gå bort.
Yeah, keep throwing them rocks. He gonna get his boys.
Gå bort härifrån.
None of the rocks hit the target, but thankfully it still seems
couldn't have been
to work
me.
as the bear gives up on his hopes for
Couldn't have been me, boy.
And runs back into the woods. Vahid and his dog are truly lucky to have escaped from this situation completely unharmed.
The question is, are you gonna stay there? Because that one will come back.
Would you have run away with your dog, or stood your ground like Vahid did? Number 2. On an organized tour of Glacier National Park in Montana, a group of innocent tourists came way too close to a huge grizzly bear trying
Look at
to
that
mind
thing.
its own
Look how
business.
huge that thing
After
is.
spotting it, a small portion of the crowd attempts to get closer
Look at
in
him,
order
see?
to grab a few
People like
nice
that get
pictures
eaten
of this
up.
majestic, but also very lethal animal.
Instead of running and getting the hell up out of there, oh, let's take a picture. It's all right. And look, hey, don't run them. Look fast. Look at her.
Begins running towards the tourists.
She got her back turned like ain't nothing.
They quickly get out of its way and get back with the main group.
Big boy looking like a snack. Yeah, not even a snack. A full meal.
The thankfully present.
You rather risk your life to take a picture
to protect the tourists and starts yelling at the bear.
He's going that way.
Yeah, no, get away from it. Let it have its space so it doesn't charge you.
Right.
You don't want it to feel intimidated. Hey, get out of here! Guys, you want to help me make noise? Yeah, go!
Guys, you want to help me make noise? Who would take a job like that? Not me.
Surprisingly uninterested, with potential weeks' worth of food right next to it, the beast decides to mind its own business and to continue on.
You heard what he said. Weeks worth of food.
Those people realize how lucky they were that grizzly bear wasn't due for a meal and didn't feel threatened. They should all be very thankful.
And it's funny to me how she got that little old bitty pistol. Like, let's just say he does attack.
Number 3.
What you gonna do?
While
you gonna eat them shots?
Hike of Kings Canyon National Park, YouTuber Norwegian Explorer had an intense standoff with a very menacing bear that could have ended very badly. When arriving on scene, the man realized that the bear was watching a nearby couple as they were packing up their camping gear. It probably smelled their food from a mile away.
Yeah, I'm gonna get y'all.
To come take a look for itself.
Go away, bear.
The bear like, man, you really messing up my little situation. I'm gonna eat you instead. You keep on.
Go away. Go away. You can't stay here.
Why not? That's their crib.
Minutes,
you can't stay there.
A terrifying bluff charge to scare him away. Unfortunately,
look at them claws.
The man doesn't really get the message and continues to stand his ground against
this
extremely dangerous animal.
Go away. The other way. Go away.
Like the bear gonna be like, yeah, you know what? You right. I should go the other way. You don't understand what you saying? You look like a big ass chicken leg.
Go. Turn around.
He just trying to assess the situation. Let me see who all around. See who I get first.
Turn around.
The bear doesn't seem interested in leaving the scene.
He ain't gonna
obviously smelling something that's making its stomach growl.
Mm-hmm.
After another few minutes of standoff, the beast bluff charges the man again.
He warned you a second time.
Feeling threatened, both the man and one of the nearby campers start yelling like angry animals to try to scare the bear away. Clearly, this seems to work, as it quickly turns away to run back into the woods, leaving behind a potentially delicious meal.
That one in particular, that was just a punk-ass bear.
Oh, he's coming.
He must not have been that hungry, because I guarantee you, if he was really, really hungry, you'd have heard about him on the news. They really think they did something. They ain't do nothing.
Hopefully, those campers thanked the man for putting his life in danger to help them. What would you have done in his shoes?
I wouldn't have been in his shoes.
Would you have risked your life to help those campers?
They'd have been asked out.
Completely ignored them and run away. Thanks.
Anyways, man. Couldn't have been me. They would have been asked out. There's absolutely no way OnTheFly would have been in that situation. Like, I'm all about nature, but when it comes to bears, I don't mess with it. So what would y'all would have done in that situation? Would you would have helped that couple out? They look like they was taking they dear time packing all their stuff. Like, I'd have left that shit there if I was in that situation. Like I said, man, if I'm ever in a situation in the wilderness, in the woods, and I know there's bears and mountain lions and bobcats, if I'm not going with anybody with a big ass shotgun, rifle, or something like that, you count me out. I'm good. I'm good. You know? But y'all post your comments down below, let me know what y'all think, and I'll catch y'all on the fly. Peace.